Alright, I believe that we are live. Let's make sure. Oh man. There we go. We are live. I guess I'll do the little intro thing. Hey! Welcome to the Porch Boys podcast. Of course, this is the Porch Boys Colin show with John and Midget. What is up, dude?
Oh, what's up with me?
Yeah, dude,
Oh,
what you up
all
to?
good, dude. I've been having a good week, had a good weekend, and very relaxing, very chill. It's all good. Got some stuff done that I really wanted to.
Fuck
Feels
yeah.
good as a result. Accomplishing things, kind of important.
Hell yeah, dude. Especially, got some shit done in Pokemans over the past like almost week.
Ah, Jesus. Yeah, well, I didn't want to talk about that directly, but it definitely got me stuck playing that fucking game again.
That's awesome, dude.
I
Yeah.
mean, it's a good game, but like, I'm not as hyper focused as you are, where you already have like an end game team
Well, I
that
started
you're
out
just
going
running.
for it. Yeah, I mean, I started going for from the beginning. I started with an end game in mind, and just made it happen. You know, a goal, and I reached it. Well, not quite, but almost. Um, but yeah, I mean, I got a lot of time during the day at work to just like play video
Ah,
games. So like, yeah, and it's pretty mindless, so I can be doing my job while also leveling Pokemans.
must be nice.
Yeah, dude, gotta admit it kind of is.
You know, the other day, me and Eric pinned we stuck a gutter that had fallen off the building back up.
Well, that's cool.
Well, it's just another example of how like I can't fucking just sit at work and play goddamn video games.
Right.
Must be
Not,
nice.
not for the most part.
Not for the most part.
Yeah, weren't you playing earlier while you were at work?
I mean, yeah, in the afternoon while it was raining and it's toward the end of the month and I've already made most of the month's revenue.
Yeah.
And having already arranged like two move outs and a fucking my weekly report and like I said, having done construction work on Friday. Yeah, I'm taking it easy, man. It's all
Yeah,
right.
that's fine,
I'm
dude.
there in the office. I took payments right up until fucking 5 o'clock, man. I was doing my job right up until 5 o'clock.
Hell yeah, dude. That's badass, dude. I mean, you got
Yeah,
a you got a good you got a good job though. I mean,
sure,
yeah,
sure. It has its moments.
sure, yeah. Well, I'm sure it has its negative moments quite often. So I've heard.
Often enough, yeah.
Yeah.
Often enough to make remind me that I'm alive.
Right. Yeah, dude. Cool. Yeah, man. So anything cool or interesting happen uh over the weekend or anything like that, or since we last
Uh,
met?
well, our buddy Villius got his red dot and put it onto his um, Glock 17. Uh,
Dope. Dope.
yeah, it looks pretty cool. He showed me a picture of it. I'm not sure how good it shoots. I mean, we'll have to, he'll have to get it sighted in,
Yeah, sure.
but I mean, that's pretty fun. Hopefully, he gets the ammunition that he ordered 6 weeks ago.
That's ridiculous, dude.
Hmm.
That's a ridiculous time. Even from like, we're not Amazon, I get that, but like 6 weeks, come on,
Yeah,
man.
for real.
Like you could have walked there. Like they could have walked it over to him and got it there faster.
Probably
But
from Indiana, wherever the fuck it came from. Yeah, probably.
probably, yeah.
Probably
Oh
could have
man.
walked it to him one box at a time and been done with it by now.
Right. Yeah, that's pretty ridiculous. Yeah, when I got my rounds, it was like A week? Not even a week.
Yeah, well, he's getting 20 boxes. You got one big fucking box.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. Like, what's I don't know if there's that much of a difference. I mean, I guess other than the number of boxes.
Maybe that's what the holdup is. They're like, we've only got 19 boxes.
Right. That could be the case, I suppose. Katie Zed's in the chat. She says hellos, and we say hello
Right.
back to Katie Zed.
We should.
We do, in fact.
Indeed.
Oh, which speaking of, I got to message her husband, Mr. Zed. We got to get those rings, man. Shit's coming up.
You got to fucking square cash him, man.
Got what?
I said you've got to square cash him first.
Square cashing?
You have to square cash him.
Oh, okay,
Got to
yeah.
send him fucking money.
We did that already, though,
Oh, I see.
without them even knowing. It's funny. Because we sent it in like an envelope with like a thank you card or whatever. Because my soon-to-be wife is super thoughtful like that. And
And
then
they didn't even check the fucking mailbox.
no, 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 they got it. And Katie Zed just like messaged me, "Why did you send us money?" Like, uh,
I see.
yeah, she had no idea. So, oh, I'll have them Thursday. Sweet. Thank you, Katie Zed. That's awesome.
That is awesome.
Yeah, that's really fucking cool. I'm excited. Badass. But all right. Unless you've got something else, I believe Golden Leaf is in line.
Sure. Let's do that.
All right. Oh, nice. Katie's had made a UPS label today. All right, let's pull in Mr. Golden Leaf here. Golden Leaf, are you here? No.
He's doing the thing with the phone. He's on his phone.
There he is.
You realize that I'm on a phone, so it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Drag
It
me.
doesn't work exactly the same way, does it?
I
It
suppose it
doesn't.
doesn't.
I can't reconnect. I have to leave and rejoin.
Lame. But I mean, that's like kind of my warning because it takes like otherwise you have to wait like 20 seconds for you to hear it on the stream, and then you come
Oh,
in. I could just pull you in. You're like, oh, it's time for me to go in, and then you can come in.
Anyways, how y'all doing today?
Looking fantastic.
Doing good, man.
I am happy because
Where are you
last
at
week
today?
I'm back in my usual site. I am no longer in Pennsylvania
Oh,
That's good.
because the new guy I was training literally he got it all down in like one day.
Good.
It's not a hard job to fuck up.
Well, I mean,
It's
so
not hard to fuck it up. You mean like it's a difficult job? It's easy
all
to
you
fuck up? Is that what you mean?
all you do is sit. There's a little computer you can use to watch YouTube, and every 2 hours you go outside, walk up to all the trailers, write down the number of the trailer, then write down the temperature every 2 hours.
Right. You've explained that to us before.
yeah, that's pretty
So I
simple.
guess that's what the new guy is doing now, right? And you're back at your regular
Yes, yes, I'm at my regular post. Actually, before that, I was talking with my supervisor around Wednesday, and basically he's like, "Yeah, you no longer have to go to that site." So I called my other supervisor, and he's basically like, "Yeah, you have Wednesday through Sunday off, dude."
Nice.
That's
So
cool.
like,
So what did you get 4 days off then? Because he was all trained up.
yeah, and well, technically it was 2 days because I took some shifts Saturday and Sunday just because money.
Sure.
But hey, I would have had like a nice 4 days off. I think it was as a thank you for.
I guess you got bored.
Yes, there's only so much games I can play.
Dude, for real. Yeah.
But well, I don't know what to talk to you guys about. About apparently cannibalism being okay, or apparently there's 2 confirmed cases of monkeypox in kids.
Yeah,
I
how
don't know
about
which is
that one?
worse.
Let's talk about that one. I like that one.
I
Yeah, Jesus. I was on that like the first time I heard that, I was like, California? And like
Uh,
that other weird situation, I was like, yeah, they've been molested, haven't they? And I
Yeah.
guess here 3 weeks later, we find out, yeah, indeed. They said it was what did Rachel Walensky call it? Fucking adjacency. They were
Yeah. Adjacent
adjacent.
to
You
the
know,
men
let
who
me
have sex
fucking
with men
work.
community.
The men who
even
have sex with men community.
Yeah.
That's right,
they,
that one.
they're really trying to cover. They're really trying to water this down as much as possible. Like, no, monkeypox. It doesn't just affect the gay community. Yes, it does. It thoroughly affects it. And now that we realize that there are 2 kids with a confirmed case, I think it's time to start
Yeah.
getting the wood chippers out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get
'Cause-
Zelugers and whatnot.
no, they don't get the Lugers. They get wood chippers.
But
Because,
first, wood chippers.
well, wood chippers and then just throw their remains into a fucking ditch somewhere. They don't even get a grave. It was interesting to see that. When I saw that there was 2 confirmed cases, I was like, no, that doesn't seem right. But then I realized what state, and I was like,
Yeah, you
Mhm.
realized the context, and you were like, "Oh, we live in clown world."
we already live in Crown Ward when you have a online website basically saying, "Can you stomach cannibalism?"
Yeah.
Wasn't that the New York fucking Times?
Yeah,
I
of
think
course it
so.
was. It was, of
Yeah,
course.
I mean they.
All the news that's fit to print.
I mean, we have kids with a sexually transmitted disease that only gay men can get. Now there's talks about cannibalism because of rising food costs. Also telling you to eat the bugs.
And now eat the people.
Yeah, now eat the people.
Like, what
I'm
do
still.
people meat? Like, what kind of meat is human meat? Like, there's like,
You've got
There
the
was
rump,
actually
you've got the flank, you've got the
right. Is it red
actually
meat?
there is
you've
there
got
is
the
some
It's
interesting.
tenderloin, you've got breasts, you've got wing,
Well,
you got wing.
I sure do, don't I? Have breasts.
I will say though, oh, what was it? There was actually a research paper. I gotta find it. I just remember hearing about it in passing of like a video or something. Basically, humans are like 3,000 calories if you want to eat the good parts, but it causes you like some. It's like something to do like it causes your mental psyche to fucking be warped or something. Like it fucks you
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, that
I
makes
don't
sense.
It's like it doesn't work well. It's like a last ditch scenario. And even then, it
Well, that's just because we haven't normalized it. Society has been oppressing, cannibalizing people and
the
cannibalizing.
That's right,
cannibals.
dude.
Yeah, or people who eat humans who eat other humans. I don't know the community. I'm not sure what the PC term for a cannibal is because obviously that's going to be a slur here in the next 5 to 10 years.
People
The,
that eat people.
the you call them cannibals. I tell them get up against the wall. That's all I'm gonna say to them.
Yeah, for
It,
sure.
it's it's
Well, I
interesting.
mean, why not? What depths of degeneracy can we sink to next?
I don't know. I mean, we're already there.
Yeah,
I think
apparently
we
we
kind of.
can't find the bottom.
I'm pretty sure there's gonna be more. I'm pretty sure there's gonna be articles of Eden Man's best friend.
Deeper degeneracy still?
I don't know what's more degenerate than Eden people and fucking kids.
Uh,
That's a
I
good
mean, you pretty
question.
much nailed it. Like,
Yeah,
that's the height of degeneracy.
I don't think nothing can top that.
yeah, that's a
Not
good point.
really.
It's like the hidden boss, but you already know what it is. It's just there's nothing that could top that.
Hmm.
I don't even know.
Dude, I'm sure they'll
Like
find a way.
I, I
Well, I
guess.
know they try. I'm sure they
Yeah.
try. They involve like mysticism and shit in it, in the search for depravity, for the deepest depths.
I mean, you already see. Well, first we were told live in the pod. It's like, oh,
Yeah,
we need enough space as possible. Then they told you, oh,
I was
beef's no longer
encouraged.
going to be accessible, so you need to eat bugs.
Eat the
Now
bugs.
now it's gone to, hey, it doesn't matter what a grown ass man and a little boy does. That's none of your business.
Oh my god. Yeah.
To, hey, you see your fellow neighbor Johnny over there? He could be tasty if you cook him right.
You can make him into a burger.
A Johnny burger.
Johnny Burger. Dude, that actually
Yeah.
sounds kind of
Fucking
good. Like a Johnny Rockets burger, but like just drop the rockets.
The
make your
other
make your sons girls um
Ooh, that's a
and
good point.
divorce your wife,
I wonder.
abort her child,
I wonder
fuck
what kind of.
yourself.
Yeah. I wonder what kind of people like which gender tastes better. Do you think
um,
like
I'll bet girls are softer.
I was gonna say they're probably more tender, right? Like kind
men
of
are
like
usually
veal,
more tough. I don't. I don't
like
even
sinew,
fucking know. I'm just trying to
gamey.
guess.
Yeah, men would be more gamey and like sinewy,
Yeah.
whereas women would probably be, a little softer.
I don't know. We have Kate. It's Katie still in here. Hey, Katie, can you answer a question? How do you taste? How do women taste?
Wow.
What kind of
I
seasoning
bet
goes
white girl. I
best?
bet white girls taste the best.
So the
Think so?
avocado that they eat.
Chinese chicken tastes like cat.
And you'd be hungry an hour later.
That's
Yes.
right.
I mean, there are plenty of Asians, so I mean, yeah, you could just eat a couple and you still get hungry. There's a lot. Oh my god! But in other news, I'm sorry, I'm just so thinking of that. Oh my god, that's gonna be a hilarious joke now for me. Just go up to your fellow human. Hey, what kind of seasoning tastes best with you? Oregano, parsley, onion powder.
Rosemary.
Oh, midget, I will later on I will contact you. I want to know the what you did for that little crock pot that you did.
Oh, dude. Well, I did it again with a different cut of meat. Only this time I made it barbecue.
Oh,
It's
Okay,
so
yeah,
then.
simple, dude. You just, like I said, I season to like by smell what I'm going for, flavor profile. It's so easy. It's just
I
like a chunk of meat that that you like that looks good.
like a pound of meat.
Like, well, it could be. I would recommend more than 1 pound because, like,
Well, the thing
well,
is, I'm,
if you're gonna
I'm,
cook it for a long time,
yeah, I'm cooking for one, so
right? So it's not gonna take very long though. So it's not like the sort of thing you can just leave for 6 to 8 hours. You probably could if you use like, dude, it would be simple. It's like use like a pound of chicken breast, like a package of 2 chicken breasts, and throw in some mushrooms and season it like well, stuff that goes good. Just depends on what you put in there with it. If it's mushrooms, you don't want to use like turmeric and stuff like that. You want to use like, you know, uh, earthy
yeah, I
spice.
get what.
But anyway, like you throw some broth in there and you let it cook literally for like 6 hours on low, and you're straight. And you
Damn.
got awesome chicken that you can pull apart with a fork, and you can
Oh,
make with like
that's the
some
best.
fucking mashed potatoes.
Oh
Do
fuck
I,
that
yeah.
with
I,
like do
I
that
do have
with
shitloads of
pork
mashed
or
potatoes.
beef. Like do it with pork or beef. Like a pound or probably 2 pounds because it takes a while to cook.
So, who's all here praying for Biden's safe and full recovery because we don't want Kamala as the president?
Oh, from COVID? I don't think he actually even has COVID. I think that's just bullshit.
You think
I,
so?
I, I
Yeah,
think
I
I
think
heard
that
it.
whole thing is bullshit.
I think there's a theory. Someone said that when he did the cancer bit, that he had cancer. It was so bad that they just said, "No, we're gonna put you in timeout for a bit."
Right. Yeah, I think it is a way of keeping him out of the public eye for some time.
I
I
mean,
really think it's that.
there's only so much they can do with how bad his. Like,
He's
what is he
falling
now at
apart,
like
dude. He's fucking
20?
falling apart.
Like, what is he at 20% popularity? Not even.
Oh, see, I was talking about his cognitive decline, dude. It's
Well, that is
accelerating.
what. Well, yeah, that as well. But just the other thing of
Well, so like his popularity isn't all that important as long as they can act like he's so popular. Um, like if you ever go to any of Biden's tweets on Twitter, there's thousands of bots instantly as soon as he tweets. Thousands of them that are like, "You're the best president the United States has ever had. I speak for all Americans when I say we love you, Joe Biden." Shit like that. Like it's all over the place, and it
yes,
creates
I
like this
speak for
false.
all Americans. You are very good, Joe. Best
Right.
president ever.
Yeah, and it
Beep,
create
bop, boop.
and it
Yep.
creates this like false, image of popularity, which then creates, of course, real people, real idiots, of course, but it does work on some people. They're like, oh, he's really popular. Now it's in my mind, he's really popular. So it doesn't really matter whether or not he is, as long as they can make it look like it. And that's just one example. There's tons of other. The whole media is on his side. Um,
Have have you have you seen the amount of articles going after Trump because he said he's going to put an announcement soon on whether or not he's going to run, and you see the massive hit pieces that have been coming out
well,
now.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Dude, if Trump would even say, "Fuck you all, you guys, I'm gonna go retire. I'm gonna be just golfing all the time. Fuck you
They
guys. I'm
would
done with
still
politics."
talk about him nonstop.
Yeah,
They
Yeah.
would still talk about him nonstop.
yeah. Even if he said, "Fuck you guys, I'm going home," they would still be like, "Oh, but what does this mean?" It's just, I
Well, then there's
mean,
that very common like reflection or deflection. Whenever you're like, "Oh, look at this dumb thing Biden did," and then they'll be like, "Well, but Trump. But look what
Yeah.
Trump did. Wasn't that what Trump did?" And it's like, okay, yeah, two people can do dumb shit at the same time. Like
a broken
one,
clock is right twice.
one
It
person doing something, shitty does not mean that someone else didn't do something shitty. That's not an argument whatsoever. But
Right. It's like,
anyways,
can we address what's being discussed? Like,
right.
I will just don't egg on that, John. Like, yeah, I agree. That two people are gonna do the same dumb shit. Like, if you stub your toe, it's like, oh, I'm an idiot. I'm the only person that does it. By the time you stub your toe, there's probably 20 other people that have done it at the same time.
Good.
Like, it's not a rare thing.
I hope they stub
But
their toes twice.
oh god,
well, whataboutism is definitely tiresome.
Oh my god, it's
yeah,
it's the
Um,
laziest fucking thing ever.
it's
Typically, it's a straw man as well.
Yeah.
yeah, with
It's like I never
everything.
said I wasn't outraged about that other example too. It's just, can we please talk about this
Yeah,
particular
Right.
issue and how it's important right now?
the, the the other thing I love seeing was have you guys ever heard of Grantham?
Yeah, absolutely.
He just did a video on the Indiana mall shooting, did a test at
Yeah,
40 yards with a pistol.
the Dickin drill.
Yes.
That's cool. That's a great name for it too. I know that's his last name, but like
I
that's
was
pretty
trying to
funny.
think about it. I asked Rachel, does she feel confident in hitting a man-sized target at 40 yards?
With a pistol.
She's like, yeah, all right.
You fire 10 shots and you have to hit at least 8 of them, and I think you have to shoot it all within like 10 seconds or something. So every second you have to fire a shot or something.
And
Yeah, dude, I
oopsies.
don't think
They
I
managed to
could do
do
that
it
shit.
in like they managed to do it in 8 seconds, thereabouts.
I'm not
And
sure I could do it, dude. I mean, I would try for sure, but I don't know that I would be successful.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a lot of practice, but still, it was when who was I think it was Errors who showed a picture of basically the general POV of what the Dickens saw.
what that shot looks like.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Fucking insane, dude.
Well, in my opinion, I think that's about the distance at which your sight completely obscures the target.
Hmm. I think
If
around
not,
that.
it would be pretty close. He might have seen his head bobbing above the front post and
Yeah.
made a shot like that. It's the sort of thing like the shooter probably didn't realize he had been hit until he started like losing blood.
All that
Um,
adrenaline.
right, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I mean, being shot with a handgun is not exactly, a
There's,
showstopper.
I mean,
Uh,
I've seen videos where like, oh, I forget what it was. Like, it was some dude charging at police with a knife, and one of the cops like mag dumped the dude, and he
yeah.
still got up and like it took another
Well,
cop.
more than that, it's not like, an 80s movie with a bunch of squibs and you're like your body is like, bouncing back and forth under the bullet strike. Like, no, I mean
No,
seriously, like this kid probably took a few hits before he realized he was being shot back.
and by the time
Um,
he tried to find his
yeah,
target,
it was too late for him.
yeah,
Um, But yeah, that's a really good shoot for sure. I imagine that's about the distance where your sight, your front post will cover your target. So good on him.
I
Good on
mean,
him.
oh yeah, I mean, you can't imagine. And also, here's the thing that I think most people, I think, probably don't know, but like, I mean, that dude had a rifle, so if he would have not hit all 10 shots, then that dude could have just turned his rifle towards him because he had a much better advantage at range.
Oh,
Oh,
So
for
good.
sure.
absolutely. But again, like had he not been hit, he probably didn't even know what was happening until he had been hit 5 or 6 times.
And the
Um,
other thing, too, I saw was like there was a second armed citizen, but unfortunately, he was the first one to get hit. He, he didn't even have
well,
time to
right,
draw.
yeah.
He was in the gunman's sight, so he killed him first. So
Yeah, that kind of sucks. You can't be wrong place, wrong time, man.
Yeah.
yeah,
Kind of
it's just
sucks.
thankfully that there was another armed citizen there who doesn't abide by the gun-free zones in a fucking
I'm
mall.
sure there
Cause
were a few. Yeah, I'm sure there were
oh
a
yeah,
few, but he
and,
managed to do the job.
and also from reports of what he did, from like moving up towards the shooter, telling people to go, giving him cover
Well,
like that.
yeah, good on him because like I'm sure he was also feeling his own adrenaline.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I guess that is like the one rare case where maybe carrying a spare magazine is a good idea. Well, I mean, a
Well,
lot of people do it, but statistically speaking, actually, in most cases, you will be faced with a threat where you have to reload,
yeah, you
right? But
never
I
know.
mean, hey, it would have been nice in his case, I'm sure, to
Yeah.
have, another 10 in his pocket
I
or
don't
on
even
his
know what he
belt.
was using. Did anyone know what pistol he was using?
That's what I'd like to know a little bit more about the shooting.
Yeah.
I want to
There's.
see, I want to see the, USCC breakdown. Like, look at footage and analyze it from a self-defense standpoint and be like,
Now,
and rub
now
our
here,
heads and scratch our chins over like the minutia of this, you
now,
know.
now here's the thing. It's a mall, right? Do you guys think that somewhere out there is security footage?
Oh, for
Oh,
sure.
absolutely.
Yeah, of
I thought
course.
that's how the cops like pieced together the fucking.
Probably.
I thought that's how they pieced together what happened was from footage. I thought that was in the
I
news
think they
release. They
cleared
were
it.
saying we saw from the footage that he engaged the target from the. That's how they know the 40 to 50 yards thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
I I think
They've seen
so.
it. It exists.
They, yeah, we need to probably contact certain people to see if they can find that footage. A certain people with retard intelligence.
Yeah, I don't know certain people, but
Yeah. Maybe
maybe
the.
there's a network. There's a network of
Hmm. People that are really good at finding a flag in the middle of America.
middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Yes,
Was
only using
still
the constellations and planes.
one of the
Yeah.
best like moments in internet history.
It was like
Yeah.
Captured the flag less than 24
uh,
hours.
That's
I think it was like
insane.
36. It was 36 hours, I think,
That's
in
fucking lit.
total. It was just funny, just because of how they found it. Oh, they used the jet streams and the constellation.
Right. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Thinks
One
of
dude,
that.
once they found like the area, one dude who lived nearby like drove around honking his horn until they could hear it on stream, and then they found
and then
they found
waited
it.
at night for the perfect infiltration.
Oh yeah, yeah,
And then uh, it is. I think they also did 4chan at one point also would like watch ISIS training videos and try to pinpoint where the training bases were.
yes,
Oh
and
yeah,
and they
dude.
passed that information along to
Russian intelligence.
wasn't it also American? I was pretty sure.
I think they just sent it to anyone who was finding ISIS. It's like, hey, we found a training camp here. You might want to bomb this.
Yeah,
Bomb the fuck out of it.
and they hit a wedding instead. It was just ridiculous.
Ha.
there, there
That
is
was
a joke.
that was every other time America lost.
Right.
There was a joke I saw that I was laughing at. The joke goes, "What's the difference between an Al Qaeda HQ and a Pakistani preschool?"
Okay.
I don't know, man. I just fly the drone.
Ha. Ha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's about
That's
right.
funny.
Yeah, but other than that, I heard you guys were talking about Pokemon earlier, and I was watching the stream.
Yeah.
What was your
Yeah,
ever?
did you cringe at that? Were you
No,
cringing?
no, because I have a lot of Pokemon cards I've collected, but it's at my parents' place, stored
Oh, were you
somewhere.
soy
Nerd.
facing when you heard that? Did you soy face upon
No, I was
hearing
more.
that?
You reminded me of my nostalgic childhood when I got a Game Boy and played Pokemon Red.
That's kind of what I'm doing right now, bro, and I'm
Yeah.
stuck. I'm stuck on it. Dude, you don't understand. I've got to catch them all.
Yeah, he really does. It's so funny.
the
He
other,
really does.
You don't understand.
I
I've
remember,
got to catch them all.
and I and you reminded me of when it was like me and my two cousins. We would always compete with each other once we got the new Pokemon game, but just battling each other, just see who was the best. Like it
Yeah.
was very competitive, and I kept telling them how fire starters were the best starters to choose.
Wow, dude, Squirtle's the best, clearly.
Squirtle is the
Oh,
best
Charmander.
starter.
No, dude. And I've got a Charmander in this playthrough, but no, Squirtle is clearly superior.
I
That's
think
because he could clear the
Blastoise
first
is the
gym.
best end game
Yes.
starter. I think Blastoise is the best end game starter.
Yeah, for sure.
You can do Hydro Pump and Ice Beam.
Yeah, dude.
Surf.
I do like how what was it? I think it was God, I remember playing a couple. I remember getting a I can't. Oh, Heart Gold and Soul Silver was a good one that I had, and I
What
think I got
generation was that?
That's two, right?
I think so. Heart Gold and Soul Silver.
Well, I
I
think it
thought
was a
Green was
remake
Gen
of.
2.
That had Ho-Ho. That had Ho-Ho, the legendary bird.
Yeah,
that
that's
you can
Gen
get.
2.
It was a remake?
Yeah, it was kind of like how Fire Red and Leaf Green are remakes of the original Blue and Red.
I see.
Yeah, it's like that, but with the second gen.
But and then my last ever Pokemon game was Pokemon Black. Yeah, I got Pokemon Black because I wanted to get the Fire and Dragon type legendary.
Damn.
Dude, we
I
were
didn't want.
doing Pokemon Snap. That shit is hard.
Dude, yeah. I've got that for my N64. You want to talk about some nostalgia, dude?
I haven't had the honor of playing that. Maybe if I somehow measle my way over and meet up with you guys
Yeah,
I
dude.
someday.
doubt you'll find a copy in any used game store anywhere.
Yeah,
There's
You'd
not really
probably have
much.
to drop $120 on
Oh
Amazon
yeah.
for a
No.
copy on N64, dude.
I think mine was like $60 for the just for the game, not for the N64. The game was like $60. Shit's
I do
expensive,
remember.
man.
I do remember when Game Boy at a point. I had two Pokemon episodes on my Game Boy. Like you plugged it in. And it was like it played an episode of Pokemon, and it was
What?
only two. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Funny.
I don't have them anymore, but I do remember them. I think one of it was something to do with Execute. I don't remember, but I just know that I would plug that in at night, wait until my parents would like go to bed. I just take out my Game Boy, press that low volume, turn down the light, and just watch 2 Pokemon episodes.
That's
That's
crazy.
funny.
And then, oh, when I got my DS, I got the. This is when I was really liking Pokemon. I got a DS that had Palkia and Dialga on it, and they were gold and silver on it on the
What is
DS.
that? What? What did you say? Were
Yeah.
those words?
Palkia and Dialga.
What
Yeah,
is that?
They're legendaries.
we're too old
Literally
for these
who?
references.
Yeah, literally who?
I don't know what gen they were, but they're basically like I don't know how to say it.
Sounds like some 3+ faggotry.
Yeah.
Even I know I also enjoyed some of the Pokemon movies I had, which was interesting. I had the Mewtwo thing, which was interesting.
You mean the
Dude,
one that came out in theaters?
I remember seeing
Oh,
the first Pokemon movie, Pokemon the original movie when it
oh
came out.
yeah.
I still have the holographic Mewtwo card that they handed out in line when you were going to
Oh,
see
Oh
the
that
yeah.
movie.
promo card. That's
Oh
Yeah,
right. It
yeah.
sucks
yeah,
in the
dude,
game, but that's okay.
legit. I don't know. I didn't play the game much. I mean, I tried to play it, but I was like, ah, this sucks. But the cards are
It
cool.
sucks.
I collected a bunch of
The,
them, but the only one I still have is that Mewtwo promo card. When my
I think I
dad went
have
to
like
take my little like 11-year-old ass into the movie
because you're
to see
very
it.
adamant in seeing this.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, of course. I mean, like my morning routine at that point was pouring myself a bowl of cereal, going to the
And
TV,
watching fucking Pokemon.
watching the end of what was that fucking? There's a cartoon of Highlander. There's like a cartoon series, but I always
I
watched the end of it, and then the next thing that come up was Pokemon. And I would watch it to eat my
Pokemon.
cereal. Yeah.
God, I still remember the fucking opening song.
All
I
right,
can still
Steve,
picture
can we
it.
not go down? This is
No,
not.
We don't
I'm
have
not
This is
to.
not
gonna. I'm not
good
gonna sing.
on-air
No.
material. I think we've gone down this rabbit hole quite far enough.
That's probably true.
We're remembering childhood memories.
Yeah, on the internet forever.
True, but
Oh,
I don't know,
look, I think MK Ultra might join us.
ooh,
Oh, let's hope.
I will. I will say though, if any of you, I don't know what you guys have in terms of gaming consoles, but there is a game
Consoles.
or a computer. I
Listen to
don't
this
know.
guy. Consoles.
I mean, dude, I've got an Xbox, and like an Xbox One, an original Xbox, and then 64, and of course my computer. So yeah, I mean, I've got a
I
couple of
got a
consoles.
PS. I got a PS2 and an N64, bro.
Yeah, dude.
Unfortunately, all I have is a PS4, but I just, but I just,
Oh, where are your games? What happened to all the exclusives? There's so many
what?
games, right? PlayStation, you buy it for the games, don't you? There's so many.
I have a couple. I've been playing Enlisted. That's been my favorite game to play so far. It's um, it's World War II based, where you command a squad of troops, and you can customize what your troops can be. So you can have a whole rifle squad, or a machine gun squad, or even
Oh,
fire
that's
some more
cool.
downrange.
Engineers, can you field
Yep.
engineers with their M1 carbines and their fucking
Well, you can play
blasting
as
charges.
well. You can play as the Germans. You can play as either German, Russian, Italian, or Allies. And there's like
Oh, that's
different
cool.
maps. So I've mostly been playing the Germans just because I enjoy them. And I
Naturally.
played.
Yeah, you like a good Car 98.
Yes, especially when I choose the campaign Normandy, making sure the bad guys don't get on the beach. Yeah,
That's great.
Damn the
it-
communists.
oh yeah, there's Battle of Moscow and Battle of Stalingrad you can do, and Battle of Berlin. So there's like 3 different maps where you can kill Soviets in different fashion.
That's
So
cool.
that's what that's what I've been. Like, I got it when it was free. It's still free. It's off the company who also made War Thunder, Gaijin.
Oh, I see. Okay. Ha!
That dope.
Okay. Well, glad you're having fun.
Oh yeah, I gotta wait also for tomorrow because a new update's coming out for a game I've been playing. It's a new update. They're adding the M16. I'm so happy.
Ha, ha. Okay,
Why?
dude.
Can I? I might be a little nostalgic, but anyways, yeah, a little bit of news cycle, and I hope you guys enjoy some of the memes I've tried to send you guys so you can include it.
Well, be free to feel free to post in shit posts.
I do. I
Oh
posted a
yes, let's
couple,
do
so
that. Oh yeah, feel free.
I
That's
gotta
what
find
it's
the
for.
I gotta find the
Show me
lobster
your
one.
shit posts. Show
I just
me
gotta
all your shit posts.
do it. Show me all the shit post.
Well, you know what's kind of funny, and I don't know if I mentioned this before, but Seawall has my up to the time entire shitpost collection. I mean,
Holy
of
shit!
course, it has grown since then, but we're talking about like gigabytes, like 15 gigabytes of
That's
Oh,
shitpost.
insane.
wow,
Yep.
that's a treasure
You know
trove.
what he told me he would do? He told
What?
me he looked me square in the face and he said he would try and sort through it.
Oh, oh no.
Well, hang on now, because he is autistic enough to pull it off, though. It could
Yeah,
happen.
that is. It's just how long's it gonna take him?
Right.
There's 15 gigabytes of shit post material, and he has to sort it.
Holy shit.
He's just gonna put two categories: anti-Semite, non-anti-Semite.
No, it's just anti-Semite and racist. Like those are the two
Yeah,
categories.
only the two.
I guess that would be like a broad overcategory, but then you got subcategories to that. Like
Oh god, there's subcategories.
Right. Which kind of
naturally,
Jews is this hating? Like,
right?
which?
Yeah, we're talking about
What kind of
historical
people am I
Jews,
being
modern
racist to?
Jews. Yeah,
Yeah, I got files for white people, black people, Asian people. I think I got a couple Canadians in there.
Yeah, Canadians aren't white. That's for sure.
nah, MK Ultra. I'm not good at sports games. I like to
Yeah.
play like
Oh,
strategy games, and you know what? Old games, like
Old
R-
games.
old games.
RTSs are probably one of my favorite to play.
Yeah.
I tried to play sports game, but I just have a mongoose brain, and I play first-person shooters because quick reaction and shooting.
I
See, I
mean,
I
I
like.
could
suck.
never.
I suck at them.
Yeah, me too. I like RTSs as well, but I also love
Yeah,
like
I play
city
fucking
building management, like economy
Oh,
management
very
games.
casual fucking
oh,
game for
dude,
me,
my
bro. Very
my
casual.
favorite my favorite I've been playing is Surviving the Wasteland. You give so many challenges to yourself, so like you can set up how much resources you start, how barren is the land, types of
Yeah,
catastrophes and
shit like
major
that can
storms.
be fun too.
Yeah, for
Yeah, shit
sure.
like that. Where
Oh
you're
yeah,
like overcoming obstacles or solving puzzles or using resources or whatever.
oh yeah,
That's
and you have
cool.
to
But I mean,
I like
it's all of it. The common thread to all of it is a casual pace for me. I'm
Hmm.
uh,
chilling.
Yeah, for
I'm
sure.
not
oh yeah,
trying
and I
to. I suck
I
at competitive games in a lot of cases. Like I've tried my hand. I like racing games too. It's the only
Yeah.
real sport game I would really
I
say I like. It's
let,
racing.
let, let's just say I tried to be competitive by playing a game of For Honor, and it took all of my strength not to spike my controller on the ground.
Well, yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, if you're not sweaty, then like you don't stand a chance.
Oh, you
Right.
oh, you have people that will stun lock you or just spam light attacks at you where you can't do anything. It gets frustrating.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I mean, I tried to have a buddy train me. I was semi good, but I
Yeah,
could never be as good as the sweaties.
This
yeah,
is.
That's what I'm calling them. Well, if I face someone in combat and they're like dodging around, like they're just big, heavy dude, but they're dodging around like an angel, just dodging all my attacks and just spamming me with heavy attacks or light attacks, I'm calling them a sweaty. I'll just be, hold on, there's a sweaty here. It's just
Well,
I,
I mean, don't be mad because don't hate the
I mean,
player, hate the game. I guess.
Yeah.
true. That's why I stick with RTS is just because I can do stuff that
You
can,
hold your own.
Well, I also
especially
I also typically play like single player games, or if like they have a multiplayer option, I just play the single player one.
Huh.
Just for the most part, with
Yeah,
exceptions, But
casual. Dude,
yeah,
casual.
exactly. I don't have fucking time to be like, oh, I need to get better at this game. Like,
Huh.
for what? Like, it's not real, right? I'm not like gaining anything. It's just getting that hit of dopamine. So I'm not really. I don't need that.
True. Yeah, it's just
Ouch, dude. My Pokemon Quest got
oh
psychoanalyzed and taken apart.
No. You're
ow.
the exception, midget. It's okay.
I
Yeah.
guess I'm one of the good ones.
Yeah.
But oh, speaking of what I heard you say, midget. I have a buddy who may be also getting me a red dot soon.
I
My
see.
rifle. It's a
Oh, okay.
good friend of mine. He lives a couple states away, but he he's basically like, yeah, you need a red dot for your rifle. I'm like, yeah, I've been looking. I just haven't found one. He's like, dude, just let me know if you need one. You just pay for shipping. I'll send you
Hit
over
him
the.
up. Yeah, fuck yeah, hit him up.
And he's also helping me with kits for plate carrier.
Well, he knows what your setup is, right?
I
With
showed him
Ray.
before.
All right, so he'll probably give you something that works well for what you got.
He still insults me having a canic, but
Yeah, oh, I see. That's right. But I thought we were talking about your long gun.
yeah, I do have a long gun. I'm
Right,
just
he
saying.
knows about that, right? He's going to send you a
Oh yeah,
site for that.
yeah. I just got to pay for the shipping. I told him I'll
Yeah,
look
I'm
more
sure
into it.
if he knows what you're rocking, then he'll probably send you something that works well.
Oh yeah, and then hoping at a point to get a plate carrier, probably some plates and holds extra magazines.
Oh, you're such a oh my god,
What?
sheepdog, sheepdog. All right, yeah,
Wait, what did you call me?
sheepdog,
Sheep?
sheepdog.
What do you mean sheep? I'm trying to find a good plate
No,
carrier. Oh,
sheepdog,
sheep. Oh, I,
sheepdog.
well, I already have a backpack. I got a military backpack from a buddy who I knew in college who was actually in the military. And he actually
Sure,
gave me.
the milser.
Yeah.
No, he was actually military service.
Right, yeah, it's military.
Military surplus.
Well, I
And he
guess
also.
not technically. But anyway, no, I understand, dude.
It's
I'm
fine.
just saying, like, you're getting up your plate kit, right? And you want to be law enforcement, and you're currently,
I don't know. I want
you
to.
want to be like corrections. You're sheepdogging it, man. You're sheepdogging hard,
I
bro.
just want a plate carrier just for the sake of having a plate carrier.
Yeah, and
I
fucking
don't
level
care.
4 ceramics or what? Like,
That's too
just for the
expensive.
sake of level 4 ceramics?
No, just the
I,
just a carrier.
I just need a plate carrier so I just carry my magazines. That's all. I'm not gonna carry my
Oh,
mags in my
dude, you're gonna
pocket.
look like one of these faggots in a mass shooting where you show up in
Oh
a
my
plate carrier with
god!
mags but no plates. Oh my god. Like, come on, dude, don't suck.
I ain't gonna have a plate carrier that's gonna
You
have like
better
probably.
fucking put plates in that carrier, dude,
I'm.
or I'm gonna fucking find you and kick your ass. I'm just gonna slap you.
You want me to stop him because
You
you won't have
better
any
put
plates.
plates in that carrier, dude. I promise you. Don't suck.
It's taking time.
Fuck, dude.
I get what you mean.
All right. At least get some steals with, like a
I,
fucking casing.
the one thing that I did get from my buddy that it took me a while to clean was he actually gave me his canteen with the actual thing to connect it with. So
Nice.
it took a lot of hot water, like I'm talking almost boiling levels of hot water, and a lot of bleach. And I had
Yeah,
to do that several steps because, oh boy, you have to make sure that thing is clean.
for
Yeah,
sure. Yeah, I
I think
actually
it's like,
got from one of my friends who was a Marine. I got his sea bag, like the big long green like tube like bag.
uh huh.
It just holds my swords now though. Like, so I
Did
can
you
actually
did you
put
find any
every
leftover
sword I
crayons in
own.
there?
Do what?
Did you find any leftover crayons in there? Half-eaten
No,
crayons.
no, he ate them all. Yeah, there were no more crayons left. But I can actually put my entire sword collection on my back if I want to, and, like, just huck it around.
Traveling swordsman here.
I just pull one out,
Hello
like,
there.
let's go.
Hello there, traveler. Can I interest you in a fine
Yeah,
sword for your adventure?
right.
It's dangerous. Please take one.
I'll have wares if you have coin.
Why do I imagine seeing John as just the traveling merchant that just sells
Yeah,
like really good, that sells like the most legendary shit ever, but is the hardest fucking merchant to find in the game?
dude, my fucking I recently pulled it out. My 1860s cavalry saber is rusted
Oh,
to hell.
oh
Oh,
no!
dude.
I
You got,
know. I
you
What are you
have.
gonna
know.
do about that?
I
That's
slacked, dude. I slacked so hard.
oh, that
Oh
you're
my
gonna. That's
god.
extra work. That's extra work right
That's
there, my man.
yeah. That's a pain in
Well,
my dick
what are you
right
gonna
there.
do about it?
I have to look up how to not fuck it up, and then I have to proceed to not fuck it up further.
It's gonna be a lot of elbow grease, my friend. A
Yeah.
lot of
Well, I
elbow
mean,
grease.
luckily I like long form podcasts and stuff, so I can put something on while I'm, doing that. Because my god, dude, that's gonna be a lot of work. It's really bad. It's
Oh
like
yeah.
really, really bad.
That's unfortunate.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. It's just gonna. You're just gonna be. You might as well listen to two podcasts saved up because it's gonna take a long,
Yeah,
long time.
for sure. I'll put an audiobook. I'll put like an 8 hour audiobook on or some shit.
Well,
Like,
I
yeah.
might as
Make
well.
sure you wear eye protection and gloves
yeah,
and
I,
get the proper oil and lubricant for your
I'm,
grinder or your probably like a sander.
yeah,
I
probably a
would.
sander.
I,
Um,
I would also say, dude, fuck the podcast. Just start learning another language.
Yeah,
It's actually cleaning
yeah,
your
get some
sword. Just
mineral oil and varying grits of sandpaper and
yeah.
start, gritty and go down to fine and just keep it
It's like
lubricated
it's
and
legit a
work it
problem. It's a problem.
oh oh yeah. It's just
Yeah,
gonna take a lot of time.
yeah, yeah. It's pretty
But
bad.
oh yeah. It, good luck, man. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, it's. I mean, it'll
Let
be
me
like a
see if
weekend
there's
project or something.
a solution you might soak it in without
But
ruining it.
but other thing I saw is this might be interesting for you guys is Gavin Newsom of California is apparently trying to copy what Texas is doing with their abortion bill by
Oh yeah.
doing it to gun manufacturers.
Oh
Oh,
yeah, right. Any victim of any gun crime, right, can sue the manufacturer or whatever.
that's
Yeah,
so
like some
retarded.
even though like people are like, oh, why do guns have this certain protection? Um, because it's a tool that people
Like,
use.
yeah, they. I mean, I guess you can get away with it as a manufacturer if you just put like on the box, "Do not kill people." Like, it's like warning, "Do not kill people," and then you should be okay, right? I mean, you're telling them not to.
Only use in self defense or something like that. Like something that's like very like specific to where it's like, hey, just don't take this gun and start killing random people.
Yeah, it's like that shit
It's
where they have to put like
and there's
a
actually,
"Do not try and stop chainsaw with genitals."
I mean, there's also like I've seen some people like celebrating this, and Newsom is trolling Second Amendment supporters or whatever, or the Supreme Court on this, and it's like, why? Why are you so happy about this? You just want everyone this. It's just ridiculous when you see these people say, no one should have this or no one should have that. Well,
Mhm.
why? What? Why are you telling me what I can't have? So if you're telling me what I can't have, then I could tell you what you can't do as well.
No, that's not how it works. That's not how democracy works. Democracy is where I tell you what you can and can't do, and you just say okay and you do it.
And if I
Simple as.
try to tell you what to do, or if you, or you use violence against me,
No, that's
then
suppression.
that's righteous. But if I try to use it against you,
Right.
then you're protected.
Right. That's oppression at that point. You're oppressing them.
Oh, are we talking about the myth of black victimization and its perpetrators and
It's
enablers?
it's not even that. I think I forget who said it. I think it was Sticks. I was watching a Sticks video, and
Good man.
he was having a
Yeah.
debate with some Swedish woman, but I
Oh
forget her
yeah?
name. There was a 5-year-old black girl in Chicago that got, or was it in Chicago?
No,
I,
you're talking about Secoria Turner, who
yeah,
was shot
Chicago.
in Atlanta. Yeah,
And
in the parking lot of the Wendy's where that guy was shot for
taking the cop's
grabbing the
taser
cop's taser, yeah,
and shooting
after
it back at
being
him.
woken up drunk behind the wheel in the drive-through.
Oh
Yeah, I
yeah.
forget the piece of shit's name, but I remember Secoria's name.
And like Six was saying how like we should have statues of Corey Turner looking down on George Floyd.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I mean, because I mean, what you see George Floyd being celebrated, but you've never heard any major news about
Never
Corey Turner.
heard a
Only the
fucking
local
peep.
news.
You know, Daniel Dorn's killer was only just like, well, good. He was, I believe, prosecuted and fucking found guilty. So good. There's some Black Lives Mattering at last,
It's
for sure. You know, a year and a half later, and still no one knows about Sequoia Turner.
yeah, it was only
So
like local. It was only like some local news agencies that cover it. You never heard a peep of it from the mainstream because it didn't fit. If you're like, oh, this mass shooting killed 20 people, all right, give it a week time and you'll have that same amount of bodies or even more in Chicago.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, why
yeah,
do you think
within a day, within a weekend, you'll have that many shootings.
I mean, what was it? I forget the name of the hospital, but the hospital that Chicago has, like their main hospital. Why do you think it's known for their very best surgeons? It's because they have to deal with gunshot victims a lot.
Ugh.
They're like some of the best surgeons you could get. Like they are the elite of the elite when it comes to surgeons or just doctors because they have to deal with this on a daily basis. So they have perfected it to where they have been able to help people who look like they could have been dead from riddled with gunshots, but they just bring them back to life. So
See
I don't know,
here.
it's just interesting because I mean you'll have people tout, George Floyd, but not Secoria Turner. And it
Oh
is the
yeah,
girl who was
absolutely.
sleeping in the back of the car, whose
That
parents were
got
just
shot
trying,
at. Yeah.
whose parents were just trying to drive through this little riot that was going on, and one of the people in there decided to fire at the car, striking Scoria Turner. And you also have what was it the protest in Minneapolis with this dude who got killed by police snipers. Like they're going after the mother.
Oh
Who was
yeah.
it?
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
I saw the body cam, like the full body cam, and it's interesting to say the least. Like you see her running out, and then the kids come out like a couple seconds later, and the cops are trying to get the kids out of there, covering that door because they don't know if that dude's gonna pop out again and shoot. Luckily, he didn't. He didn't hit the mother or the two kids. So thank God for that.
For sure.
It
Fucking crazy,
I,
man.
I don't know. Like she was going out there telling them not to like. Why are you celebrating this? Like mourn quietly. And then you have the white adoptive parents of the dude saying how he was killed
Yeah.
like unjustly. It's like the cops brought you there. They're trying to talk him down. 6 hours. They try
Right.
to talk him down. 6 hours out of their time. They could have
Yeah.
just rushed him and killed
But
him
you know,
instantly.
he was a good boy. He was a good boy.
Right. You didn't do
He was
nothing.
a good boy. He was an aspiring rapper and doctor and lawyer and physicist. The family deserves answers
Family.
and a ghetto lottery ticket. And this is an outrage. And you know, they shouldn't have shot him so many times.
It was
He
only two
just
sniper shots.
They didn't
right.
need
They
that
shouldn't
many.
have shot him so many times. Why they had to
it,
kill him.
it was
It's mental health issues, guys. These are mental health issues, and we can't our way out of this. Do you know one of the sheriff candidates in my fucking city literally said those words?
Are you
what?
serious?
We can't arrest our way out of this.
I mean, that's
Yes.
definitely
Thank
true.
you,
I'll give you that.
future
That's
possible
true.
sheriff.
But no, I mean it's true. But
Not in
like
the
at the
way
same
he means
time,
it, right?
right? Yeah, not in the same way. Yeah.
The other, I mean, the when I was looking at that thing, like we were like, oh, this dude was just minding all his business. He was stalking the woman across the hall from her, and when she was in the kitchen and she turned on the water when she
Yeah,
was
he just
making dinner
fired
for her kids,
blindly into her apartment.
because
Well, at
he was
her.
yeah, he was because once he heard the water running, he's like, okay, she's in the kitchen. It's about the same like dimensions of her room like mine is, so I'm just gonna fire where I think the kitchen is and
Oh
hopefully
yeah.
hit her.
Oh yeah. Well, let's talk about something else.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was actually gonna say, like, unless anyone else wants to call in, we should probably
Yeah. Anyone
call the
else?
show soon.
I've been holding them up for an hour now, so if anyone else wants to, I've been keeping them distracted long enough. If anyone else wants to switch spots,
Yeah, I was just gonna say, yeah. We give it a couple more minutes. If no one else wants to join in, we'll end the show.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, this cat is starting up on me. This cat is starting up
oh,
on me.
I will ask though, how's the weather been for you guys? Have you been getting a lot of humid or hot days or a lot of storms?
Yeah, I heard
Oh
you
yeah,
guys have been going through it up there.
Florida, dude.
Yeah, really, you guys are experiencing quite the heat wave, aren't you?
It's like 90s. Humidity
Yeah,
is
I
what really
know. It's like,
sucks.
oh my God, you've never experienced such a thing in your life. 90
Yeah.
degrees with high humidity. Oh my God, it might even be 40%. My goodness. John,
I
could
don't know
you
what the
imagine 40% humidity?
Oh my God,
I,
dude! I could not imagine something as high as 40%
I,
humidity.
I
I don't know
couldn't
what to call this.
imagine
We need to call this something,
sweating. I
guys.
couldn't imagine sweating my ass off at 65 degrees outside because it's 95% humid
we need to we need to call this something,
and
gentlemen.
water
There's
is just condensing on my skin. Like
Right?
we need
the
to
dew point is like
You
82.
do not know what hot is. I promise you
yeah, we need to call this something, gentlemen. Like this is a unique circumstance. It happens at a certain time between a couple of months where it just gets really hot and really humid. We need to call this something so people know what it is.
We just call it
Summer?
Florida. It's Florida
Yeah.
outside right now.
Yeah,
that
you guys can
won't
use
work.
that. You guys can use that for a couple of weeks this summer. You can
What about
Right.
describe it as Florida hot.
oh, there we go, midget. We'll call it summer. There we
Yeah, except for
go.
in Florida, it's between summer is like between probably March and
And
November.
like November, yeah.
Yeah, it's so weird and like it gets
We just call it Florida.
Right?
yeah, we'll
It's
call
just
yeah,
Florida
it's like
outside. That's
hey,
it.
what time of the year is it? Oh, it's Florida weather.
Yep.
Yep.
It's Florida, and then it's
Yeah,
fall,
we
then
should make
winter.
the whole, I've said this before, we should make the whole nation Florida. We should just make long Florida a thing.
Long Florida, yeah.
Long.
You could take the whole Gulf Coast. It could take a little bit up to the east. We don't want fucking New York or Pennsylvania.
No, no, no.
Now that well, that's gonna be
We'll build a wall up there at DC. We'll build a wall on the south side of DC and just take the take the rest. And then
Yeah.
yeah, we should extend as far west as say like Indian lands and form a treaty to keep the liberal whites out.
Yeah, that's true too. You got to keep them out. Then how far north should we don't want to go. Like we don't want any parts of
We can
Illinois.
have yeah, right. We don't
We
really
want to
want
go
all that. We can go as far west as like yeah, as like
like the Mason
Indian
Dixon
lands
line.
in Oklahoma, yeah,
We should
and
just
up
cut it
to
off there.
as
right.
as
And I'm
long
saying build a fucking wall or
Yeah.
dig a moat. or something and
Or
As
both.
guard
as
it vigorously with armed, militia members.
Right. They
Take
got their
pot
gun
shots
and
at
their
kids.
rations of moonshine, and they just sit out there and guard
That's
it.
right. And they
I
shoot
want.
the Northistinians in the kneecap. And they shoot
The
pregnant
Northistinians.
mothers. That's right. They
I,
all want to they all seek refuge in Florida, but they can't have none. Fuck off, we're chock a block.
That's right.
Fuck off, we're
the
full.
the one thing I will say, if you guys want to peruse your way toward shitpost and what I posted, there is something called the Idiot's Guide to Evading the U.S. And just some of those.
Yeah, absolutely.
My
Yeah.
favorite is Welcome to Nam, where it's under Florida, but it says
Oh yeah, welcome to
except with gators and crazy people.
and lots of meth.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're not crazy. They're on meth.
I
There's
don't
a
think
difference.
Vietnam involved a lot of meth. Heroin maybe, and pot for sure.
I
But
Oh yeah.
like meth is
I
like a whole new warfare, new form of warfare, bro.
I
We're in the palm trees for days, bro, and you hear voices from the palm trees like you might not, right? You might not be crazy, right?
I
You
like
might
how
not just be high. Like there's messed up, camo pants and slide sandal wearing fucking meth heads in the trees with
yeah,
ARs and not Norinco AKs and fucking SKSs
with their
with
daddy
bayonets on them.
shotgun.
That's right. Or their pappy's shotgun. That's right.
my I think my favorite is the little text around Chicago where it says urban warfare plus black people.
Yeah, that is good.
That is probably my favorite, or my other favorite is Hawaii. It's just how to get nuked 101.
I
Just the meme.
I like how South Carolina doesn't get anything. It's not in the guerrilla belt. It's not in Good Luck. It's not in Welcome to Nam. It's not in Guerrilla Warfare's Wet Dream. Like it's just on its own.
I think it
It's
might
like
fall under good luck.
Yeah, it might fall under good luck.
maybe I don't know, man.
Is it not part of the gorilla belt?
The words don't cover it.
Yeah, but I mean, like, where is it in spirit? Good luck or
Right. I
gorilla
guess
belt?
maybe it's kind of between those two, perhaps.
It is, isn't it? Isn't there like a large posh good luck population on the coast, and then like mostly gorillas
Oh yeah.
on the
Oh dude,
interior of the state?
Uh,
on the coast, there's some like legit, like the Civil War is not over. It's just halftime people.
That's
Like,
right.
oh my
Yeah, but in the
god.
middle of the state, there's some legit, like, we ain't been reading since reading was a thing. They didn't teach us to read,
right.
and like we just been here sharecropping, on this land, and ain't nobody sold it
my
Right.
out
my
from under us.
my favorite is
Gives me that for free.
Well, dude, speaking
my,
of, in parts of South Carolina, there are still, um, like, what is it, 1 acre by 40 acres, um, plots of land where people are still farming it since
Hey,
reparations. Like, some people did get their reparations, and those motherfuckers are still farming. Some of
good
them,
for them.
not a lot of them. Most of them became like tree farms. Uh, but still, I mean,
Tree farms make a lot of money.
oh yeah,
they they do, and I will point out
I
my
want a tree
other
farm.
my other
I would
favorite is
totally run a tree farm. Fuck that. I could run a tree farm.
well, yeah. I mean,
my
they're
favorite
trees, dude.
is
They grow themselves. They just take a lot
That's
of
what I'm
time.
saying. And like
true.
every 7 years, I gotta grow another batch of trees.
Yeah, they would. I forget how exactly how long it is, but every however many years, they cut all the trees down and sell the lumber, and they'll make 20, 40 grand off of just letting that land sit. They got to pay property taxes every year, of course. So maybe they got
Yeah, it's like 7 to 8 years from
benefits.
my understanding. It takes about 8 years for those trees to mature.
Sure. And then, yeah, they cut them down and they make 20, 40 grand. depending on the size and stuff like that. But
I will say though, the Rockies are probably my favorite area. It just says, "I dare you to try and move a tank through this." It's probably my favorite. Or it would be California, where it just says, "Land of gays, avocado toast, and military bases as far as the eye can see."
there are a lot of those out there.
Oh yeah, a lot of what
Yeah.
gays
Well, yeah,
in
that too. I
California.
was talking military bases, but yeah, that too. Gays too.
And of course, Alaska is probably my. I don't know. I would have to choose Alaska because it literally just says, "What happens when you combine Russian winters with hot-blooded Americans?"
Yeah, dude.
Like,
They've got Magnum revolvers for big bears and shit out there. They've got big fucking
Well, they have
yeah.
to.
They've got
if you
big
invade
Magnum revolvers,
Alaska,
and I like them. They're cool. 454
it-
Casull and fucking 500 Smith and Wesson. Fucking
you're
shit like this.
facing
Dope.
you're facing people in Alaska who they only get resupplied through plane or train.
Well, there's also
Yeah.
military bases up there too.
A shit ton.
Yeah, yeah. One of the one of the mutual friends that Midget and I had back in the day was stationed up there for a little while in the army.
Oh yeah.
Oh, was
Fucking
he?
Alaska, dude. Yeah.
Well, he was saying it was beautiful, but like there's fuck all to do there.
Yeah,
Like, so they just
like
sat around and, like smoked weed and stuff.
I think if I remember correctly, like Alaska has a problem with like alcoholism and drug use.
Well,
It's just
yeah,
because
well, yeah. There's that, and then of course, there's a large native population there as well, and
Oh, and there's a very
natives have that
colorful
issue.
population in Anchorage as well that, you know, lets itself be known
Is there now?
in its usual fashion.
in its usual fashion.
Oh yeah, tradition, their cultural norms
Are they
seem
in?
to exist
So
everywhere they
Anchorage is enriched,
Oh yeah.
culturally enriched. Well, that's
Yeah, they
good.
got like Crips stuff up there.
What, dude? Imagine fucking repping Crips while you're
Crips
fucking
and
freezing your
blood.
ass off, dude.
I
Fuck
know,
that.
right?
What?
You know how like they wear like bandanas to show that they who they
Yeah,
are?
he's got the full
Instead,
ass
they're just
coat.
very puffy red or blue jackets.
That's
Right, right,
probably what
right.
it is. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it would be impossible, or not impossible, but there are not a lot of gun deaths there because you have to puncture through so much heavy jacket because you have to try to stay warm. Those jackets could act as just natural body armor.
Yeah, Leaf, you're getting called out for
You're getting called
reposting as
out.
you do.
Wait, who's
Lee.
calling me out?
Ed is
As
calling you
you
out.
do, man.
The
You
Discord.
repost. You repost. That's what you do, man. You
Well,
repost.
most people
Oh,
repost.
yeah, I just reposted because I wanted to show them it. So
I
what,
see.
Jay? So what if I repost?
Repost.
So anyway,
I'm, I'm
I do think it's time for us to get the fuck out of here, though. If no one else is gonna
Definitely. Yeah.
call in, so yeah, I'll go ahead and end the show, I suppose. Um, guys, if you like what you saw tonight, uh, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Check out our description below with all our links to all our stuff, and we will see you tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern for our regular show.
I'll definitely be watching because that's what I do. I'll
Sweet,
try to make some memes about half tracks.
sweet.
Okay.